baseball games for you. I know.
Dude, this betting baseball. I don't do it. I've been doing all right. I've been dipping the toe in the baseball water. All right. And the first one I want to give you, and you might jump out of your chair. I'm going to go -1.5 for a game. Oh, my God. Hold on. David. Wow. He walks into our radio show. Wow. Walks into our betting segment and goes, run line. You're just handing out poison in your debut. Oh! I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not afraid to do it with Houston and Baltimore tonight. Houston smashes left-handed pitching. Baltimore at that ballpark, a bandbox, Camden Yards. I'll take Houston to score and score a bunch of runs. And I look at the O's, they can't hit righties. I think this is an easy matchup on paper. I'm taking the Astros -1.5 runs. Betting tonight, Action Network, 93% of tickets, 90% of money on Houston on the run. So, London's tonight. Okay. I'll give you another one. Yeah, try again. I'm going to give you plus odds on the money line. This is what our people expect. And I'm going to take the Texas Rangers. Five innings. They got the pitching edge. Gibson on the bump against Frankie Montas. I'm taking 5-inning money line Texas Rangers. All right, so plus 110. David, this is the equivalent of this guy going to play craps at the casino, not playing the pass line, not playing the numbers, going right to the middle and sprinkling hard 8s and yellow 11s and you want to play a first 5 with one of the worst teams in baseball. Absolutely. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on, man. All right, see you guys never. Bye. All right, so recap this for us again. I'm going Astros -1.5 tonight against the Baltimore Orioles, and I'm going Texas Rangers money line 5 innings against the A's. Hatchet man, let's go to you. I mean, wow. Jimmy just strolled up and dropped 2 exotics. What do you got, David? Anything?
Yeah, let me try to do my best Kenny impression here.
What's that? Look homeless. Stagger in the studio. Like not bathing. Not showering.
You tell me if I am on the right track here.
Come on.
You're 5.5 here for the over-under. I'm going under. I'm thinking under.
Are you going to tell us what game?
I'm sorry. Islanders Lightning.
Okay.
Islanders Lightning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, David, listen. Here's your problem with under 5.5. FanDuel currently under 5.5 is -150. I can't give that to our listeners. Like, I think if you're a scumbag, degenerate, loser, tout, you just hand out -160s. Nobody's tracking you, and you drive people to going broke. And 75 and 21 on the year, yeah, right. Of course. And you lost 17 -300 Dodgers. Right, so you're actually negative. You're in the hole. I can't do it. Here's what I would suggest. If you are really into that, Dave, what is under 5 on FanDuel? Shave the half. Yeah, screw the half. Can you get -115, -120? Maybe. I still think there's value on the Islanders. Every game they continue to be a heavy underdog in this series. Now look, if you just want to take a break tonight, I respect that. And that's the smart thing to do. But after going plus odds with the Islanders on Saturday and plus odds with the Hawks yesterday, it's just, you got a lot of candy. It's going to be hard for me to not go Islanders +1. Hold on, I want to get the updated line here. I want to apologize. Currently sitting at +170. Is Tampa Bay going to win? Probably. Am I ever going to bet -190 on a hockey game? Absolutely not. +170. How many plus odds overs have Kenny and I hit? How many plus odds games have we hit with the Isles? Like, you have to look at the big picture here and you go, okay, look, this has worked. I think there's value there. There's not a big separation between these teams. There's not. And they've each won on each other's home ice. Tampa gets very frustrated with this team. Now, if the Islanders go in here and start turning it over left and right, yeah, they're going to let the doors blow off to lose 5-2. But if they play their game, David, they've already shown they can win a 2-1 game in Tampa Bay. They can get a lead, and if the Islanders are ahead, they are a great front runner. If you want to bet the under and take a bunch of vig, that's your business. I'm going to sprinkle lightly. So, Jimmy, if you're a $10 bettor, bet 5. You're a $50 bettor, bet 25. Plus 170. There's nice value. Have a beer. Watch the game. That's where my head's at. You want to mess with a juiced under? God bless, David. I said when we started this segment, I'm never going to be that guy. Like, there's baseball games I like. I'm not handing out minus 145 to people. That's not honest. It's not fair. I don't know. Jim's shaking his head. Well, you want to be a scumbag here at minus 300?
No, if you want to do that, all you do is you take, hey, like this weekend, you had Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Like, yeah, of course, it's like minus 250.
Correct.
No one believes the Dodgers are going to win.
Correct.
It's gonna be, and then the one time you miss on it, you empty the tank, and it's like, what are you doing? So no, I'm with you.
I'll tell you what you're doing. You're paying for Mr. FanDuel's mansion. You can't do it. Guys, if it was that simple, FanDuel would be out of business. If all you had to do is hand out and bet huge favorites, Jim wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here, Dave wouldn't be here. We would be retired. It doesn't work that way. So, yes. You go, yeah, but you guys don't hit 78% of your games like the scumbag on TV. Well, here's the deal. I hit a lower percentage, but they pay more. Like, don't you get the game? I'm trying to give you bets where you're not paying juice. Why do you think I've been begging you guys to take live odds in NBA games? If you're gonna pay the juice, fine, but like, I'd much rather get Atlanta plus 240 live. Hello? Bueller? All right, David, what are you gonna do? I'm sorry to go on that rant, but I try.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I hesitate to say educate about betting. I don't know if that's a smart thing to say. I just try to show you there's other ways to do it. But David, do you want to go with that under? It's your idea. I'm not doing it.
No, I don't. I wanted to bring it up for a conversation. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to. So, no,
Jimmy
not touching.
is betting first pitch strike parlay with how many players are wearing a cup tonight.
Great odds, plus 750, so get in on it.
Houston on the run line, minus 1.5. It's minus 108 against Baltimore.
Yep.
The second bet, I stopped listening when you said Texas Rangers first 5. What were the details on
That
that?
was a money line, 5-inning money line, plus 110. And thank me later.
And I'm just telling you, if you like 2 ice cubes in your drink, just put 1 ice cube in. You know what we got to do. Come on. Islanders plus 170. Let's go. Just a sprinkle. Just a smidge. Come on. Turn the lights out at Emilio Amali Arena. Tampa's not a hockey town. They don't even deserve a team. Screw them. But I'll tell you, that pregame lightning display, wow. Gorgeous. Wish we had that in the studio when we got ready to broadcast it. That is on the wall.
The official sports book of 97.1 The Ticket.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Listen, NBA playoffs are here. I know they're not happening tonight, but how many times are going to talk about it? Rico with his in-game bets, these player parlays. He had another plus 50 on Friday night. I wish we were on the air. I could have gave you Atlanta yesterday. That was, as Jim put it, free effing money during the commercial break. And look, tomorrow night we'll get back on the wagon with the NBA. You got the NHL. Or maybe you're like Jim. You want to bet a first 5 innings, Texas Ranger nutcase. Listen.
Over under 7 fly balls in the first 5 innings.
Yeah,
Get on it.
you're betting that stuff. You need to call the number. But what you need to do regardless is sign up and have a good time with this stuff, because if you're a responsible adult, you'll be fine. Come on. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code TIP. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code TIP. You got to be 21 and up, present edition, new users only, must wager in a designated offer market. You want the rest of this copy? I'm not reading it. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you've got a gambling problem, like Jim, with this first 5 inning bet, 1-800-270-6700.
7117 because it's no fun to live in a dumpster.
FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of the ticket.
It's a good thing summer's here. Hi, friends. Bill Golling here telling you about some of the great values going on during the Jeep Freedom Days here at Golling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For example, qualified Chrysler employees can lease a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4 for just $310. This is for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year with $2,000 down. So come see us. You'll be glad you did. I think you'll really enjoy your overall experience doing business with us here at Golling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Bloomfield Hills, Chelsea, Roseville, and online at Golling.com.
Hi, I'm David from All Financial. Did you know that over 50% of our refinance loans do not require an appraisal? So whether you want to lower your payments, shorten your term, maybe take some cash out to renovate your home, or pay off some lingering high-interest debt, there's a good chance you don't need an appraisal when you refinance with Hall Financial. Call to find out more, 248-308-5000, or go to callhallfirst.com.
All Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Access to convenient, high-quality healthcare just got easier. The new St. Joe's and IHA Livonia Medical Center is open. The facility houses many services, including primary and specialty care, urgent care, lab and pharmacy, physical therapy, general diagnostics, and a specialized women's imaging center. An advanced outpatient surgery center will open this fall. Together, we're creating a better healthcare experience. Conveniently located at Schoolcraft College next to I-275. Learn more at livoniamedicalcenter.org.
You know those 30 under 30 lists that make you feel kind of inadequate and terrible?
We are not 25. We are fortunate enough to be 77.
This is going to be the opposite of that. I'm 72 years old.
I am 83 years old.
I am 101 years old.
I'm Max Linsky, and this is 70 Over 70s, a new show from Pineapple Street Studios about how we make the most of the time we have left. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Doug Manns with Manns Lumber in Millbrook. Now's the time to schedule an appointment with a Trucks Pro installer. We can help you design and build the outdoor living space you've always dreamed of. Click on manslumber.com and make an appointment with a Trucks Pro installer today. Manns Lumber, the #1 Trex dealer in Michigan.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capurro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com. You could win the ticket signing bonus. $1,000 11 times each weekday. Powered by BetQL. Win more and cash in more with the help of BetQL. Download the BetQL app today to learn more. That's BetQL. Listen for the keyword at half past each hour between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Text that keyword to 72881 before the end of that hour. Message and data supply, and you could win a $1,000 signing bonus on 97.1 The Ticket. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
An interview with Albert Breer of Monday Morning Quarterback, head coach Sean McVay of the Rams, talking up Matthew Stafford quite a bit, using some colorful language to describe how good he is, but going on to say that he's even better than advertised and has an authentic way of connecting with his teammates, his coaches, and McVay himself. Chauncey Billups reportedly a finalist for the open head coaching position in Portland, Mr. Big Shot, alongside other candidates such as Becky Hammond, on to another round of interviews to take the helm of the Trailblazers. Billups has been an assistant with the Clippers for the past couple of seasons. Hammond is reportedly the first woman to ever make it this far in an NBA hiring process for head coach. And amateurism could be beginning to unravel in the NCAA as the Supreme Court rules against the association unanimously today. The ruling set to provide incremental changes in how athletes can be compensated and theoretically opens the door for future legal challenges that could change the NCAA business model. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
I will go home today and
Bring up the YouTube app. You kill hours without even blinking an eye.
And don't even mean to.
No. I do love SuckTube because you can think of anything, type it in, and there's a huge percentage you're going to find it.
You get done with one, and then it either loads up the next one or it jogs your memory of something else, and the next thing you know, I'm like, it's 2045.
Right.
Hey, ask the significant other about this. You know what they say about happy life. Spicy edition of the Carson Anderson Show today. If you missed it, Odyssey.com rewind.
It's getting bad.
What do you mean? Hey, man, listen. It is what it is. All right. I know tomorrow night is the lottery. It's a huge night. And I'm not asking you to care about the Pistons, because I appreciate ratings. What I'm asking you to do is, if you remotely care about sports in our fair city, you know, we're a little light on stars. We're a little light on interesting things here. So what I'm about to present to you, I am not telling you. This is not a me screaming on the mic, this team must do. I'm not saying that. But I'm also not Professor Costa, as Jim Costa's in for Reagan. I am not saying, no way, no how, I'm not listening. I am open mind. Here is what I am offering. And I'll throw the number out because I know once I start talking about this, some of you will want to curse me out immediately. That's fine. 248-539-9797.
Get a line behind me.
That's fine. I want to bring up the curious case of one Ben Simmons. And last night, the Sixers, absolutely, that's one of the worst home Game 7 losses of my lifetime. And it's not hyperbole. You are playing an Atlanta Hawks team that you are better than. You're playing an Atlanta Hawks team that you're better than without their second best player in Bogdanovic, because he couldn't push off that knee and did not play in the fourth quarter. You played a Hawks team that you're better than without Bogdanovic, and your best player, the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, played absolutely terrible. There's no way around it. At one point, he was shooting 3 for 20. 3 for 20. So, horrible. Ben Simmons, not only was he bad offensively, he was an incomplete offensively because he didn't participate in the action of offense. And there's a bit of a Chuck Knobloch situation here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Chuck Knobloch throwing problem. He could no longer throw the ball to first base. Just couldn't do it. It's called the yips. Ben Simmons also just shot 33% from the free throw line. 15 of 45 from the line. How? He didn't shoot the ball a singular time in the fourth quarter of 1, 2, 3, 4 straight games, including no shots the last 18 minutes last night. He also was benched the last 2 minutes at home, Game 7, on the first year of a 5-year, $177 million contract by Doc Rivers, because he cannot function on the court offensively under 2 minutes. Now that I've taken, this is like 8 Mile when Eminem gets up there and he tells the other guy all the things that he is. Like, I'm a bum, and my parent, my mom's a hoe, and I've already taken your arrow. Now here's the case. He was the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. He is a 6'11" everything. Played point and plays center. He can guard all 5 positions. Again, runner-up Defensive Player of the Year. He is a guy that, despite all what I said, averaged 14 points a game, 7.5 boards, 7 assists. He is a unique player. He is 24 years old. There is something there to Ben Simmons. Now, he may not end up being the All-NBA player some thought he would be. Am I terrified about a guy so afraid of shooting that he passed up a dunk and sat there? I get it. Why am I bringing this up? Simple. Ben Simmons has played his last game in Philadelphia. When Philly turns on you, it's over. The crowd was booing him. It's over. They're trading him. What's the trade market for Ben Simmons? This is a highly distressed asset. Like, we live in Metro Detroit. We know all about distressed assets. It's called our whole town. So, what needs to happen here is somebody goes to the Sixers and says, listen, this is a hell of a garage sale. Now, I know that TV doesn't have a screen on it. That's a hell of a nice box. I would like to offer you far less than market value for that. And why do I bring this up for the Pistons? Okay, A, I know Ben Simmons is a clutch client. What does that mean? LeBron, AD, Rich Paul, they're not going to let him come to Detroit. But just work with me on this, will you please? Because Clutch has a bit of a problem here. A couple markets, they may want Ben Simmons. They don't want Ben Simmons. So, Pistons have a chance to get #1 pick in the draft tomorrow. Guess what I'm not offering, Jim, to Philadelphia? Hey, you're not giving up that pick. That pick ain't happening. So then, what will you give up for Ben Simmons? Well, I've spent the last, 18 hours figuring out what a Ben Simmons trade really even looks like. And I mean the high end from some NBA writers. The high end where Philly might have to put something in it to make it happen would be C.J. McCollum. Now, mind you, this is a player who was offered straight up for James Harden earlier. Oops. So, here's what I'm saying. The Pistons do not have a star. They don't. Sadiq Bey is a nice player. Hey, Killian Hayes, nice rookie year, but I don't know that he projects to be that. They're going to hopefully get their star tomorrow when they hit this lottery, and I'll tell you who to take. It's the Cade Brigade. But, why do you think about this? The NBA, including the Pistons, you don't need some true center. You look at Ben Simmons, and you hand him a basketball team, and you go, okay, there's no Joel Embiid. Embiid and Simmons never fit together. Now there's no center clog in the lane. Ben, we're going to play fast. You got to go downhill. I want you to go see the psychologist and figure out your issue. But I don't care if you ever take 3-point shots. I do not care. Because you're either going to be leading our break, or in the half court, you're our 5. Well, what am I giving up for him, Jim? Here's what I'm giving up. You ready for this? Lay it on me. What if I offered Jeremy Grant, salary purposes? You got to balance some of this out. I'll give you Jeremy Grant, and I'll give you a future protected one. You can sort out the protections later. Because here's what I'm bringing to the table next year for Pistons basketball. Ready? Think about this. Killian at the 1, Cade Brigade at the 2, Sadiq Bey at the 3, and Ben Simmons as a wacky new age center, defensive stopper, fast break leader guy. And we're going to put as much shooting out there as possible. If you are the Pistons, understand this, and then I'm going to give Jim all the time he wants because I know he's going to be upset with me. I know there's an issue here. Listen to me. Nobody wants to play here, okay? I know that's news. Nobody. People would rather play in Fallujah than play in Detroit on NBA terms. We have no access to star players. The only reason Simmons is available is problems. The only players you're ever going to get, problems. Tomorrow night, they have an opportunity to get a star. But remember, for all of the stuff Ben Simmons is not, he is 6'11". He is a guy who can play the point or center. He is a runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. He is a guy who can lead a break, and he has talent. There's something there. So, if you're the Pistons, don't you pick up the phone. Doesn't mean your ass going to get married. But think about it, Jim. What other access to high-end talent do they got? Come on.
You want to know if people would make this deal with the devil?
248-539-9797. I got Killian making no money. I got Bay making no money. I got Isaiah Stewart making no money. I'll get the Cade Brigade making no money. I got Frank Jackson's headband making no money. I got no money nowhere. So who cares if I'm paying Ben Simmons $30 million a pop?
Come on. But Mike, you just laid it out there. Things are finally starting to look up for the Pistons. Now, they're all the way at the bottom, so there's a lot of way to look up still. But things are finally starting to turn a corner. And you want to put toxic sewage on this team.
I don't know that he's not.
You need a hazmat suit to get anywhere near Ben Simmons. How are those phone calls going to work when they inevitably try to shop him? They're going to flip on the tape and go, here's him passing up a dunk in Game 7 in the fourth quarter, and here's Joel Embiid backing a bus over him in the postgame.
Has Ben Simmons ever been on a team that's had shooting?
No.
Okay. And playing with Embiid is a terrible fit because now I love Jojo and I'm team Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's clear the Sixers have to move Simmons. So we can't play this out where Simmons stays and okay. If he comes here and we have no true center, space the floor, shooting and size everywhere, it opens up the ability for Simmons to do something he will never have the ability to do there. If he's going to fix his career, he has to be a guy where you have the ability to attack the rim, the ability to get in the open floor, and I know he needs to go to the psychiatrist. I know this is scary.
Among other things.
I want you to lay out your case. I want to throw the numbers to the people. I want to give you the time you deserve. 248-539-9797. I'm asking, do you even pick up the phone? And guess what? If Philly asks for the pick tomorrow, I'm not giving it to them.
Click.
If they ask for Sadiq Bey, click. If they ask for Killian Hayes,
if they ask for 2 basketballs, click.
See, you're not keeping it open. David's clap. 248-539-9797.
I'll give it 1 basketball we can do the trade, but that's where I draw the line.
Costa next. You've heard me talk about Northville Lumber, the Trex decking kingpins. They stock more and sell more than anybody. And by the way, that's more than anybody in the country. Northville #1. Why? Because everything's in stock all the time. Because they're not one of these pretenders. Oh, we'll put it on a special order for you. 8 to 12 weeks. There is no special order there. Why? Because you're not special and because it's already in stock. They stock the stuff that other places can or won't. So from the lumber yard to the warehouse to the design center, you're getting the products you need, including Trex decking and railing. Call today or go to NorthvilleLumber.com. That's NorthvilleLumber.com.
Want a new car, but you need someone who cares about you and your situation? Come see us today at Milan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in beautiful Imlay City, Michigan, or click MilanChrysler.com.
This is the sound of a family of 4, all working away on their devices. See, with Xfinity Internet, they now get Wi-Fi speed faster than a gig to handle all the homework, work, and streaming they throw at it. So no more arguments over who's hogging the Wi-Fi. Oh, my bad. Xfinity delivers faster Wi-Fi speed to handle a house full of devices. Can your internet do that?
Learn about Gig Wi-Fi. It's the fastest Wi-Fi you can get, only from Xfinity. Or ask about other speed options. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, ask about speed 2 times faster than AT&T. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay, and 6/22/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
At Bank of America, we believe in the power of action. That's why we've expanded our long-standing efforts to drive progress by committing an additional $1.25 billion to advance racial equality and economic opportunity. Our partnerships are connecting more people to new job skills, increasing affordable housing options, expanding small business support, and more. Together, we're making a lasting impact in our local communities. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. member FDIC equal housing lender.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper pet kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit. Because shed happens.
Good morning, privates! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation, private. Astute.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone? Yes,
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
Why so serious?
Spilled your drink? Quick! The Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading value brand. So you can get back to the party. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Did you know there's more than one Las Vegas? There's the Strip with families on vacation and questionable odds. Then there's downtown Vegas, the original gambling and entertainment mecca. That's where you'll find the D Las Vegas. Book your stay at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hey everyone, this is Sarah from Fantagram, and I am here speaking out about mental illness and the seriousness of this disease in hopes that we can overcome the stigma surrounding it. Last year, my sister committed suicide after her lifelong battle with depression and anxiety. There has been a stigma in our culture surrounding mental illness and suicide. This stigma can lead to discrimination and negative stereotyping, which makes it harder for the ones who are suffering to reach out. But it's okay to not feel okay, and it's okay to get help. We can all help by listening to people around us, encouraging friends and family who are struggling to talk to either us or professional counselors. We all need to help instill courage in others facing these challenges. And I'm listening.
Make better bets, bet smarter, and beat the books today. Download the BetQL app today to better your chances.
Good afternoon. All right, Jim Costa in for Rico. Rico luxuriating in a spa in Sedona.
He wants to know if you're high. He was listening.
Okay, so here's my point. I'm keeping an open mind to this because I think the trade market has never been lower, and this is all about a distressed asset. I'm not telling you I would. I'm telling you I would pick up the phone, and I could see a pathway to this working for Simmons.
Jimmy? Mike, I'll grant you, and it's a deal with the devil. The one thing I'll say is Troy Weaver is going to have to find overlooked players, and he did it with Jeremy Grant. He's going to have to do a lot of that to elevate the Pistons. But what you're proposing is a deal with the devil. Just as things are starting to go well, you want to add a max player who's a head case. You want to add a max player whose own coach is doing subs in the fourth quarter to get him out because he won't shoot, because he's a liability when he's on the offensive end. Can't shoot free throws, won't shoot jumpers, passes up dunks under the basket. His own star player's backing a bus over him after the game saying, I think the game really changed when unnamed player passed up the layup and passed it. We got nothing out of it. That's the guy you want to bring into a culture that's just starting to get their feet under them. Mike, people say you don't love our teams here. I didn't know you'd go this far to bring Ben Simmons into the Detroit Pistons.
I just would pick up the phone. I think you could get him for a steal. And he's still a very unique player. Now,
He's unique, that's fair.
All I'm saying is if you get trapped in the moment, you're going to go too far one way. Is Ben Simmons this bad? No, not.
But you would give up Jeremy Grant for him.
I don't care about Jeremy because this is the difference. Jeremy Grant is about the salary. Jeremy Grant won't be here when this team's ready to win. And if he is here, then what are you going to pay Jeremy Grant? Jeremy Grant is here because Troy Weaver's his boy, and he wanted to be a star. He didn't want to be a number 3 somewhere. Fine. I was using it as an example. I would keep Jeremy Grant just as much as I would trade him. I'm making an example that, look, tomorrow could be a franchise-altering night.
Mm-hmm.
Why not double up and think about coming out of this offseason, having your big three, having a core four, Killian, Bay, Cade, Bears.
But I don't know that Simmons can be part of a three.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I get what you're doing. You got
thinking about it.
You potentially had a number 1 pick on Tuesday night, and a second one. Ben Simmons was drafted number 1 overall. Problem is, he hasn't delivered on any of these.
Okay,
The same
5
he was
months
then.
ago. 5 months ago. Look at David rubbing his head. 5 months ago, this guy was offered straight up for James Harden.
Yes, he was.
So I'm just showing you how far he's fallen. He didn't get busted for crack. He's not up on charges for killing somebody. The free throw shooting leaked into the rest of his game, and you're right. He's currently Chuck Nobley.
Which is why you can't do it. And I was already thinking this before Shaq said this on TNT last night after the game.
Yes, that pantheon of knowledge.
But he was right here. Ben Simmons is not aggressive. That's the problem. He gets to half court and he's giving the ball to someone else and he's standing in the corner.
Change of scenery. No post center.
No.
We're gonna spread the
So we're gonna construct the entire roster around the guy you just watched last night.
Yes.
No way. No.
Starting route to 317 West Huron Street.
At
the next light, turn right.
That guy. 248-539-97. I want to torpedo the Pistons.
At the light, turn right onto Orchard Lake Road.
Torpedo the Pistons, who are picking number 1 in the draft. Yeah, things are going smashing.
But there's hope there.
It's a good thing.
There's hope there because of that.
Okay, so then here's the question. Are you hopeless about Ben Simmons? He's a bum. He's a meth head. Career's over. He's trash.
Yes.
That's where you are.
That's where I'm at. Yes.
Jim, you.
I don't know about the meth head part, but yes. You need a hazmat suit to get anywhere near him.
Even if we could acquire him for a song, you don't even want to have the convo.
Okay, listen. You could bring him in if you didn't have to give up anything of value.
Well, that's not how life works.
Well, but
you have
that's
to
the
give up
point.
something.
So what do you give up for him?
I already told you.
I don't want to.
I'll give you Mason Plumlee, a second-round pick.
How about this?
Yes, exactly.
248-539-9797. Let's go to the people. Duke's in Ann Arbor. He'll lead it off. Go ahead, Duke. I'm here to be abused.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, Duke?
It's gonna be Mike, I think Mike's right, and here's why. I think it will work.
In 5.1 miles, turn left onto South Johnson Street.
One thing that Memphis never had was development at LSU. Definitely not in the pros. There's new head of player development in Detroit. That is
John Beeline, the elixir.
Gosh, you're going that angle.
He's going to have him going through chest pass drills and bounce pass drills and dribbling through cones. It's going to be great.
All Beeline did was turn three stars into pros.
Look, here's the thing, Duke, all I will say is this. Am I disappointed in Ben Simmons? Yes. He's already been an all-star. He damn near was Defensive Player of the Year. We have to understand recency bias is a dangerous thing. What he never had in Philly was a teammate that he fit with.
Stay in the left lane.
I've said for years, Simmons and Embiid don't work together. You can go back and listen. This isn't new. They don't work together.
Square peg round hole.
Right, so if I take Embiid out of it, I automatically am allowing Ben Simmons more license to a more open floor. We already have Saddiq Bey, who's going to be a great guy to stand in the corner for 10 years and drill threes. We're going to go and get a dynamic playmaker who can shoot the triple in Cade.
That's his show to run, not Simmons' show to run. It's you get the number 1 pick, Cade running the show. If you
As my wife tells her students, sharing is caring. We'll figure it out. 6'11", he could be a center here. He could be like our Draymond Green. When Day-Day was actually halfway good, let's go to Brendan. He's up next. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
I know I'm in the crossfire.
And I'm going to give it to you right here. I love this show, and I love your opinions, and I think you have a great basketball mind. But Colin Howard over here, a.k.a. Jim Costa, is preaching the gospel out here on David on Sundays.
Let's hear it.
He is right. This guy, I understand that he's a runner-up defensive Player of the Year, and he has all these great aspects. He's one of the few guys in the league that can guard 1 through 5 confidently. But what we saw in this series against Atlanta, and before then, is that the amount that he's a liability on the offensive end outweighs even the fact that he was a runner-up in the defensive player.
That's the key. He's a liability.
And guess what?
All he does
A $40 million liability.
he hands off to Steph Curry, sits on the block, and waits for a dunk. And then when his opportunity comes for that dunk, he packages it up wide open in the clutch moment of the game. If you were listening to that game, the Philly crowd was wild until that happened.
Brennan, imagine we play Mike's game, and you bring Ben Simmons in, and you throw both arms around him, you get him a psychologist, you do everything for him.
I'm not saying that flippantly. He has a mental problem.
I'm not saying you're doing it in a mean way. I'm saying let's play it out. We do everything Mike wants. He's here, and then you're playing last night's scenario out 4 years from now, 3 years from now.
That's a false equivalency because you're going to have a roster designed differently, and to be fair,
he's going to hit free throws in 3 years.
He's not as bad as he was this series. You all right? Are you sure about that, David? I can't be sure.
You want to change the direction of the franchise.
What direction do they currently have?
They have Sadiq Bey, they have Killian Hayes, and a first-round selection.
Here's their current direction.
I disagree with that. That is not their current direction.
How much of this has been don't screw it up, right? When you're rebuilding, don't screw it up.
Okay. But
and this would be a screwing it up kind of move.
What I'm saying is, if you meet me in the middle that he's not what he is in the Atlanta series, and he's also not the best version we've seen of him, if you meet in the middle and understand he's 24, needs the change of scenery, and a new roster could work better for him. That's all I'm asking. And guess what? Maybe we still don't make the deal. Maybe Philly has desires that outweigh his value. I'm telling you, you're going to see this guy go for a song. And newsflash, this is Siberia. Nobody wants to play here.
That's all right.
You got to risk it for the biscuit. 97-1.
Hi, Harry Glenn from Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, equal housing lender.
Attention Metro Detroit Ram buyers. Get to Kelly-Ennis Van Dyke Dodge and More for the Ram Spotlight Sales Event. Kelly-Ennis Van Dyke Dodge and Ram and Award has over 100 Rams in stock and ready to go. You can lease a well-equipped 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 for only $159 per month. That's right. Lease a Ram Bighorn 4x4 only $159 per month. Kelly-Ennis Van Dyke Dodge has Metro Detroit's largest selection of Ram inventory. Or lease a 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 with all the toys for only $269 per month. That's right. Drive a loaded Ram Laramie, only $269 per month. There's only one place to go for the best selection, price, and sales experience. It's Kelly-Ennis Van Dyke Dodge and Ram. Worried about credit? Forget it. We approve almost everyone. And 0% financing for up to 84 months is available on select models. Just see their demo savings up to $13,500. These deals are only available at Kelly-Ennis Van Dyke Dodge. Located on Van Dyke Avenue, just off of 696 in Warren. VanDykeDodge.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire. ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day. With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn unlimited 4% cash back on dining out or in, 4% back on entertainment, or unpopular streaming, and now 5% back at grocery stores so you can make the cake that makes your day. So earn unlimited cash back for going out or staying in with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. This hour of the Valenti Show with Rico is brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. This hour's ticket slamming bonus keyword is mute. Text mute to 7280 for your chance at $1,000.
Alright, let me just bring up one quick angle here. Top of the hour, by the way. We're gonna have a little fun with Jimmy Costa here. Remember how when Rico joined, we were doing Getting to Know You? Into Getting to Know Jim Costa? A man as deep as an ocean. Here's the other thing some of you guys aren't thinking. Philadelphia's phone, like Clutch Sports wants to control where these players go. Well, they're not going to get to do that with Ben Simmons. Why? Well, as Jim and David pointed out, Trey Ball's not there. Look, we want him in L.A. Yeah, good for you. How's that happen? It is. We want him in Miami. Oh, really? Yeah, that's not happening. So, what are your trade partners? Think about this now. Toronto. You want Kyle Lowry if you're Phillies? That sound interesting to you?
The Portland thing is the one that makes the most
Okay,
sense.
and you know what she's going to say? I'm not giving you McCollum, I'm not giving you Lillard.
And Clutch isn't going to want to settle in the Pacific Northwest.
But the point is, Portland's not going to make that compelling enough. Okay. Indiana. Well, you want Malcolm Brogdon and his plastic feet? Where the medical was so bad, certain teams wouldn't even take a free agency meeting with him? You want Malcolm Brogdon? That's what you're going to show your fan base? So my point is, guys, if Ben Simmons is infinitely available, all I'm saying is, as the Detroit Pistons, which may as well be the Flint Tropics, we have to at least pick up the phone. Yes, I want to draft our way to greatness. You know what Phoenix eventually needed to do? They needed to pick up the phone and take on the worst contract in the sport in Chris Paul. Where are they right now? Balling. They're probably going to the NBA Finals. The Atlanta Hawks, we're going to draft our way to success. You know what they eventually had to do? They need to go out and go pay a nutcase deal to Bogdanovich and take on Danilo Gallinari. Like at a certain point, you got to do this stuff. And David, I'm telling you right now, tomorrow's show, people, I'm not even religious. If you call up tomorrow, David will pray for you, live on the air. We are going to do a Pistons prayer network tomorrow for the lottery. We are winning this. Why? Because I've told David if we don't, I know his God's not real. We are winning this lottery. Jesus, we are winning this lottery.
Can we get Roberto as the Pope tomorrow?
Cade Brigade. Communion bread.
Like, that's the thing is holy water. You can say this franchise is dead to rights, and I'm with you. But tomorrow would be signs of life, right? Tomorrow, if it goes well, would be signs of life.
And acquire Simmons without giving up the lottery pick. Look at what's happening before your eyes, people. Everyone wants to, the royal penis is washed. You remember that scene in Coming to America? Yeah, that's Chris Paul currently. Everybody wants to wash his cool unions. But 6 months ago, it was the worst contract in sports. I never thought I'd hear somebody say that. But you get my point, dude. The Suns had to do it. Now everyone's like, it's just absolutely brilliant. Chris Paul's 1,000. But it's working.
At his lowest point, he has never been what Ben Simmons was in this series. And that's what should terrify you.
Doesn't, he's 24.
It doesn't terrify you that he's a liability. It doesn't terrify you. That as great as he is on defense, you can't play him on the offensive end of the floor.
I know as the Detroit Piston that I am going to have to take the biggest risks in order to get where I gotta go. Look at the way it worked the last time they built a championship team. You took a point guard who nobody wanted, who already played for a zillion teams in Chauncey Billups. You took a guy who was too scared